Let's talk about our first guest. We're very excited about who's here today. As a child, she sang and danced her way into our hearts and has remained there ever since.
On the good ship, lollipop, it's a sweet trip to a candy shop where Bun-Bun play on the sunny beach of Peppermint Bay. I'm almost too excited to sleep, but I'll try.
Good night, sweet.
Good night, Aunt Susan. Good night, Uncle Tommy.
Good night, darling. But I'm not your uncle anymore.
What are you then?
Can't you guess?
I know. You're my father now. Night, Dad. Animal crackers in my soup do funny things to me. They make me think my neighborhood is a big menagerie.
Oh, Lord. Really?
Well, you've known her all of your lives. Please welcome Shirley Temple Black.
Hello.
Hi. Linda, Judy.
It's a real treat. Please, sit down.
Oh. It is so great that your movies are now available.
I finally got that right.
It is so great that your movies are now available on home video because we can all relive those memories. You compared yourself to Rin Tin Tin. We all know how we felt about you, what a phenomenon you were as a 3-year-old. What was all that like for you?
Just the greatest life that anyone could have, I think.
Did you know that you had mesmerized the entire country?
No. I had a good mama. She didn't tell me all those things.
Did you feel like a little kid?
I was a little kid. How else could I feel?
But not like a movie star?
No. I thought everybody worked. Of course, it was during the Depression, and that wasn't quite accurate. But I love my work. The book I've written, Child Star, published by McGraw-Hill, traces my career. I wrote it, it took me about 8 years to write my autobiography, because I'm slow. I write longhand, you know.
You're showing a picture of it right now.
In that book, it's really the story of the love for my mother and my father and brothers, of course, the family, and the love of my profession.
Talk to us about your mother. What was she like? What made her so special for you?
Well, she was a homemaker in the true sense in those days. She was a wonderful cook. She could stucco a wall. She could fix plumbing. She could fix electrical things. My dad said if it can't be fixed with a piece of chewing gum or a gym clip, it's not worth fixing. Mother made all my costumes for the early baby burlesques, and she was about 5'8". I don't know what happened to me, but she was about 5'8", and she was very shy, and she had this kind of dignity and austere look that she would give people that frightened them, but she was scared right back.
But what about your life as a child? When you grew up in the studio, it was said that if somebody swore on the set, they shut it down for the day.
Well, that was because it was the law, and it still is. The Board of Education assigns a teacher to you, a welfare worker, and if anyone swears on a set, the child goes home. And it used to bother me because I loved to work. And I remember getting to work once on, I think, The Little Colonel, and Lionel Barrymore said a swear word. And I'd just gotten there, and I was in the costume, and I was sent home.
That's it. Goodbye.
I should have sent him home, I thought.
Really?
What about the discipline, though? That you talked also in the book about a black box. What was that?
Well, the black box was about an 8 by 8 foot sound box. And in those days, the sound men mixed their sound in this big box it was on big rubber tires. And it had one little slit of glass at the top with a black velvet curtain over it. And where is my camera? There you are.
Right here.
I just wondered, because this is so dark over here. Anyway, if you misbehaved, they put you in the black box. And in the black box, which was completely empty, the sound equipment wasn't in that one, they had a big cake of ice. And you could either sit on the ice, which even at age 3 I didn't think would be comfortable or smart, or you couldn't lie down because it was kind of a puddle of water on the bottom. And so I just stood in there and learned that it was work, not play, and that time is money. And actually I'm kind of grateful because I'm not afraid of the dark, and I still like ice. And I learned my lessons before I became a star.
Do you think that being Shirley Temple, and as you got older, that...
And older.
Well, older
and older.
yeah, please, let's not even discuss that. That it affected your life in a way that maybe it wouldn't have had you not been a star? Do you know quite what I'm saying? In
Not
other words,
really, but since I loved it so, it doesn't matter.
We said in the beginning that you, to me, you are bigger than life. Everything you touch, you do with such a great attitude, a kind of zest for life, yes. Do you think it comes from when you were little and the things that you learned during that period?
No, I think I take after my dad as far as the energy, and he has had a great sense of humor. And my mother didn't make jokes as much as my dad did. And I sort of take more after my dad in that respect.
What made you decide as an adult to go into government service, to become an ambassador and leave show business behind?
Well, when I left my wonderful life in Hollywood, I wanted to. I was through with the land of make-believe and wanted to work in the real world.
You want to grow up?
It had nothing to do with it. I was already grown up then. I was 22 when I married Shirley Black. We've been married, by the way, for 38 years.
Congratulations.
Yes. And Charlie and I moved to Washington, D.C. when he was recalled in the Navy during Korea. And it was back there that I started getting more involved in national and international affairs. And it just kind of was a natural progression from one job to another. But the best job of my whole life was as U.S. Ambassador to the Republic of Ghana in West Africa. It was substantive. I did everything. I think I used everything I'd ever known, including a dance they did over there called the High Life. It was really a 1941 jitterbug when I did it. But they thought it was neat. They thought it was all right. I wanted to go back one place because I know I never have enough time to say what I want to.
Yeah, there never is.
And I had 4 heroes when I was a little girl. Eleanor Roosevelt, J. Edgar Hoover, Amelia Earhart, and Bill Robinson, who was my best dance partner and teacher and a terrific friend. He kind of goes through the book of in and out all the way.
Thank you so much for coming
Shirley,
by.
it's a pleasure.
It's
Incidentally,
really
J.
great to
Edgar
meet you.
Hoover had the most comfortable lap.
That's great.
Lap.
That's great to know.
Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you
Linda.
very much.
Thank you, Nancy.
Nice to see you.
Thank you.
Well,